Is a relationship actually over the moment trust is broken? Most people on this channel ask me, can infidelity truly be prevented? Or is it just a matter of time before they cheat again? Today, we're moving past the red flags and looking at the cold psychological truth of the aftermath. I'm going to reveal the 3 non-negotiable steps to rebuilding a shattered bond, and the one specific sign that tells you it's time to walk away forever. If you've ever felt gaslit, manipulated, or like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, this is the psychology you need to regain your power. Let's dive deep into the reality of what it takes to heal, or the strength required to finally say goodbye. In the wake of betrayal, the world often feels like it has shifted on its axis, leaving you questioning every memory and every word spoken. For many in the life-shifting thoughts community, the pain isn't just in the act itself, but in the psychological games and gaslighting that often follow, making you doubt your own reality and intuition. We often search for a way to turn back the clock, hoping to find a path to the safety we once felt. But true healing requires a radical acceptance of the new, painful landscape you find yourself in. This video isn't about blind forgiveness or clinging to a ghost of the past. It is a deep dive into the clinical mechanics of trust and the heavy emotional labor required to restore it. We will explore the uncomfortable bridge between total devastation and a potential future, providing a framework for those who aren't ready to let go, but are tired of being lied to. By the end of this discussion, you will have a clear, psychological roadmap to determine if your relationship is a project worth saving or a sinking ship that is only draining your peace of mind. True recovery is not a destination but a grueling journey of uncovering the truth, and today we begin the process of deciding if that journey is one you should even be taking. Step 1. Radical transparency and the death of privacy. The first essential step in this grueling process is radical transparency and the death of privacy, where the offending partner must willingly surrender the digital and physical walls they built to hide their actions. This is not about becoming a prison guard or living a life of constant surveillance, but about the partner proving they prioritize your safety and peace of mind over their own right to keep secrets. In a healthy relationship, privacy is a given, but after betrayal, that privilege is revoked until safety is restored, meaning passwords, locations, and schedules must be open books without any defensiveness or delay, any hesitation, hidden apps, or "why do you need to see that?" Reactions are often a clear psychological sign that the deception hasn't truly ended and they are still protecting their ability to stray. For trust to even begin its slow regrowth, the cheater must accept that their shadow life has to be completely dismantled, showing a level of honesty that feels almost uncomfortable in its rawness. They must understand that your need to check is not paranoia. It is a biological survival mechanism triggered by their choices, and their role is to provide the data that calms your nervous system. If they frame your need for transparency as control, they are gaslighting you to maintain their own power, and you must recognize this as a refusal to actually do the work of healing. Real change starts when they stop hiding the phone and start holding the mirror up to their own flaws, inviting you to see everything because they finally have nothing left to hide from you. Step 2. Validation of the victim's reality and emotional labor. Secondly, you must navigate the validation of the victim's reality, a phase where the partner who strayed stops the defensive, flipping the script, or using emotional outbursts to deflect their own guilt. This means no more crying to make you comfort them, no more "are you accusing me?" tactics, and a complete shift from their own selfishness to a state of deep, consistent empathy for your trauma. They must sit in the discomfort of the pain they caused, listening to your anger and your questions without getting unreasonably upset, or trying to rush your healing process with phrases like, "Can't we just move on?" True psychological restitution requires them to become the expert on your pain, acknowledging every specific detail of how their lies affected your self-esteem and your view of the world. If they are unwilling to discuss the affair, or if they shut down when you express your hurt, they are essentially telling you that their comfort is more important than your recovery. You cannot rebuild with someone who is still protecting their ego. They must be willing to let that ego die so that a more honest version of themselves can emerge from the wreckage. This step is about them taking 100% responsibility for the breach, ending the gaslighting forever, and proving through their patience that they are willing to carry the heavy emotional load for as long as it takes. Without this absolute validation of your experience, any peace you find is just a temporary mask covering a wound that is still actively bleeding underneath the surface. Step 3. The creation of a new relationship contract. Finally, the third step is the creation of a new relationship contract. Acknowledging that the old relationship is dead, and you are essentially starting a brand new one with a different set of non-negotiable boundaries. This involves setting clear fail-safes and understanding that trust is no longer a given, but a currency that must be earned back in tiny, measurable increments over months or even years. You must define what the new normal looks like, including how you handle conflict, how you communicate needs, and what the immediate consequences are if a single boundary is crossed again. This is where you decide if the version of the person standing before you now is someone you actually want to be with, separate from the history and the time invested you have with them. Many people stay because of sunk cost fallacy, but a new contract requires you to look at the present reality. Is this person truly remorseful, or are they just sorry they got caught? If you find yourself doing all the emotional labor while they simply wait for you to get over it, you aren't rebuilding a foundation. You are just decorating a ruin. Your peace of mind depends on knowing that this contract is for your protection, not their comfort, and that you have the full right to terminate it the moment it stops serving your soul. Rebuilding is a choice you make every day, but it must be a choice made from a position of power, not from a fear of being alone or a hope that they will change without effort. Walking away is never easy, but sometimes it is the most profound act of self-love and psychological strength you can ever perform for your own future and mental health. While the signs can help us see the truth of what happened, your ultimate goal on life-shifting thoughts is to reach a place where your internal peace is no longer dependent on someone else's honesty. Whether you choose to stay and do the hard work of rebuilding, or decide that staying single is the better path for your sanity, remember that you are the architect of your own boundaries. Don't let the fear of being alone keep you trapped in a cycle of manipulation, doubt, and constant anxiety, because a life built on a lie is far more exhausting than a life spent rediscovering your own worth. Take these psychological tools, apply them to your situation with cold clarity, and never feel guilty for choosing the path that finally lets you breathe again and move forward. You have the power to decide what is acceptable in your life, so use it wisely to protect the only person who will always be with you, yourself. If the other person isn't willing to meet you in the light of total truth, then they belong in the shadows of your past, not in the brightness of your future. Stay strong, stay aware, and stay tuned as we continue to uncover the hidden depths of the human mind and the power of shifting your thoughts toward your own healing.